Hello, everyone. It is Nicole Fevrier-Davis. I am here with Positive Impact Magazine, Positive Impact for Mind and Body. And I wanted to talk today about joy. Oh, wait, we got to get that in the frame, don't we? Here we go. There you go. Joy. It's over there. Last time we talked about fear and anxiety, and I had a lot of requests from different clients who had seen the podcast that wanted to talk about getting practical tools to manage anxiety. So I apologize. I'm actually late today because I was creating that tool, one of the tools that I find to be most effective when experiencing anxiety and stress. And I'm almost there. I've posted it on a blog that I have on my website, but I'm also posting the visualization and meditation that goes along with that control over fear and anxiety. And when you do that kind of work, it's a little intensive in terms of logistics because, it's not like I have a sound studio here at home. I don't have anyone helping me. So I have to kind of like shift gears and grab extension cords and blankets and try to create my own sound studio. So it was a little time intensive today, but I am here late, I know. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy joyful Thursday. I'm sure you're looking forward to the end of the week. And today's topic is joy. And how do you feel about it? Is it something that's always around you? Do you always feel joyful? Or when was the last time you actually felt real joy? And I go back to this over and over again because, as you know, as a metabolic technician and behavior specialist and, someone who has worked with the mind and emotions for 30 years, I am a full believer in doing things that help you experience the joy, the love, the peace, and compassion that we all thrive on, no matter what state or age you are at in your life. You're all going to really need to experience some level of joy and satisfaction in your life at some point or another. So this is the progression. We go from fear and anxiety to joy and happiness. And, it is something that we all know is a good thing. It's not as though we don't know that, but what I want to maybe illuminate for you is how it affects your body in such positive ways. I used to just deliberately go to comedy shows just for the sake of going to a comedy show. And being with friends. Now, during this time of COVID, right, we're not really doing those things. It's been a long time. I know some theaters and event venues are only allowed a certain amount of people that can go. And I hate the thought that people are actually fighting or competing to get into a seat on Broadway or a comedy show or anything like that. So I have a cute little surprise at the end of today's little broadcast. But the one thing I wanted to point out is that, and I don't think I touched on this in the last podcast, but when we are in a fearful state, right, when we're in an anxious state, it actually not only affects our blood pressure and cortisol levels or anything like that, but it also deeply, deeply affects our ability to fight disease and illnesses like COVID, ironically. So here COVID comes and we're all anxious and we're all fearful and we're all freaking out about, wearing masks all day if we're working or, not seeing our families and when we really want to, or staying away from people we don't really know. And it's kind of counterproductive, counterintuitive to who we are as humans. But at the same time, that effect has on our immune system. And I am sure that people who did catch COVID were just as much a victim of the fear and anxiety as anyone. But when you're fearful, your thymus doesn't respond as well. It doesn't produce the same amount of antibodies that it could if it were in a happy, safe, joyful state. So even if there's some part of you that's like, it's normal for me to be fearful. It's normal for me to have anxiety. I don't think I should change that. you might want to because of the health implications. So when we abandon fear and anxiety, and I'm not saying to be irresponsible about it. Obviously, like I said in the last podcast, you're still going to wear your masks. You're still going to stay 6 feet away from people and try to avoid large crowds, etc. Let's not be stupid about this, people. Okay, I just heard about someone who traveled. They got a COVID. They had been tested, went to Mexico, came back, did a number of meetings in Boston. No one was wearing masks because the people that the meeting was with had already had immunizations done and taken. They were kind of surprised that they caught COVID. Hello, you just exposed yourself to like 1 million people on a plane, in business meetings. I don't care if they got the vaccine or not. They're actually introducing a bit of that disease into their system. So yeah, they're going to be carriers for a bit, no? These are things that I find ironic about this whole thing. But anyway, so let's not be stupid. Let's do all the right things. Let's do all the practical and right things that we know will prevent COVID. But at the same time, how can we walk away from fear and start to really engage in much more happiness, much more joy, right? How can we do that? Because when we do, we not only boost our immune system, we're kind of releasing chemicals within the body that allow us to relax more deeply, to breathe more deeply, to improve our circulation and improve our heart functioning. So there's a lot of great things that go into the emotions of joy. And if you read any articles about it, or if you know anything about joy, you'll find a ton of information. There's nothing, I'm not going to tell you anything new that you don't already know, but just, go hug your kids, pet your animals, kiss the people you're allowed to kiss. But I had a conversation with a client recently that I realized after I spoke with her that she really didn't associate with joy. Remember how I said, to buy into, to be associated with those things you want to emulate in your life. So I don't identify with fear. I don't identify with, the evil people in the world. I identify with joy. I identify with love and all the things you see on the back wall here. So what I realized was that a lot of people live day to day. And I point blank asked one of my clients, I said, what gives you joy? And she said, well, I like to read, and I like to walk my dogs. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's a like. That's not a passionate love. That's not a joy. That's not the thing that's like making you rock in your seat, and making you laugh. So I find that there's a complacency that's settled in with the COVID experience, living at home all the time, that we are not hoping to get joy. We're not hoping to get true enthusiasm and excitement and love. We're just hoping to survive. And I want to help you move away from the survival mode, away from, the anxious, fearful mode, with caution and care, use common sense here. But I thought it would be fun, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, to have a dance party on Fridays. No? Who wants to have a dance party? Me. I mean, some of the songs that I have been jonesing to hear, I don't really hear because I'm not in the car to listen to the radio anymore. So like, I don't know about you, like Dua Lipa's latest. I'm even thinking karaoke might work here. No? Yeah? Let's get some karaoke going. So I am all for having a little bit of a dance party so that we can not just, you can listen to my visualization, my meditation on how to release fear and anxiety, start to shift the subconscious beliefs around that, and then join me at my dance party. Now, it's this Friday night, the 19th at 4:00. I'm going to post this Zoom invite on the chat, and you feel free to join me. I don't know. I'm like feeling crazy, like I want to do Dua Lipa. I want to do a little bit of Drake. I don't know. I'm digging the dance thing. So let's try to dance it off, and shift our belief systems into something a little more joyful and a little more happy, so that we get all these immune boosting benefits from it, right? And maybe even get to the point where we can say, I don't really fear this anymore. I understand it's under control and it's getting more and more under control, but I'm not going to fear it anymore. I'm going to really live my life regardless of what's going on. I'm going to live it to the extent that I can. So, and in that, I want to say, in that space, in that humor, go out for a hike in the woods. Chase your dog through the woods, take your kids out and go for long walks or play volleyball. I loved it when it was like 3 feet of snow outside and I saw the parents out there with their kids sledding. My kids are too old for that right now. They're all in college and whatnot. But, I think it's important to really experience a sense of joy in your life. So if you don't have any resources for joy, please join me tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm thinking, thigh-high boots and leggings and, busting a move. If you can imagine me busting a move. No, I really do dance. I really do love to dance. In fact, I used to do a lot of dancing in some clubs in Newburgh, New York for a while and really loved it until, kind of like, they would get started at 11 or 12 and I'd be winding down at like 1. So this is for people who can't get out or maybe don't want to stay out late or are too young to go out yet, but you want to dance and have a good time. I want to invite you to have a good time. And please, don't hesitate if you have any questions about any mind-body connection issues, or if, maybe even you want a free reading on the next podcast. Let me know that too. I'd be happy to give you a free reading. It usually lasts about 20, 25 minutes. And more often than not, people are, surprised at how much they get out of the reading. So feel free to join me if you want to do that. I'll put in some information about that as well. So I am also going to add the link to this chat after I am successful at uploading the anxiety and fear visualization, how to let go of anxiety and fear. I'm going to upload the link to this chat when I am successful in doing that, because I just have to get it into an MP3 instead of the M4, whatever I did on QuickTime. So once I do that, I will also post that in here. But in the meantime, if you're just curious, just want to experience what a body scan is like, you can have a copy of my body scan. You could just type body-mind to 33777. That's a text. So you're going to text it. Sorry. Sometimes my mind works exactly the opposite the way it should. So text body-mind to 33777 if you want to try my body scan just for laughs and giggles. And a lot of people see things they never thought they'd see before in their lives, but here they are experiencing on a real psychic intuitive level how to communicate with their own subconscious mind through their body. So you can also do that. And like I said, when I do have success in uploading the anxiety and fear visualization, I will also add that to this chat. And I might even make a little announcement just prior to the Zoom call on Friday, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, just to let you know it's up and available. So you can dance with me for about 40 minutes and then calm down, relax, and do the meditation. And that would be perfect, because then all of your brain levels are going to start to balance out and make sense. Sound good? All right, thanks so much. And I enjoy hanging out with you guys today. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can always reach me here or on my own website, mindbodymastery.org. And you can always and forever reach me or join me at Nicole's MBM on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll just do that too. Whoops. So yeah, so Facebook, IG, and Twitter. Okay, have a great day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow when we're dancing. Woo!